Hello and welcome to Swagger Says, the only show on the internet called Swagger Says. I think. I haven't checked. Today I'm going to talk about Batman. Batman is Batman's kind of an asshole, right? Because he's always fighting the Joker. And then once he beats the shit out of the Joker, he just throws him in fucking Arkham Asylum. And he knows he's going to break out in 2 weeks and murder 60 more people. And then he's just going to grab him and throw him back in the asylum again. Why would you do that? That's kind of an asshole thing to do. Batman, maybe not a villain, but I wouldn't call him a good guy. You know Joker's just going to bust out of there and kill 50 more people. Why would you keep throwing him back in the same place? He's got a hero complex. He's kind of a piece of shit. Star Wars. A lot of people like Star Wars, but they don't like the prequels. And I think the reason they don't like the prequels is because the prequels are more science fiction and the original movies are more fantasy. The difference between science fiction and fantasy, I think, is that in science fiction, you see some shit and you say, what is that shit? I want to figure that shit out. Let me catalog that shit. Let me explain what that shit is and what it does. But in fantasy, it's more along the lines of, I'm not certain what is happening, but I'm just going to go with it because it's fun. And that's what the Force is in the original movies. It's just something that's there and people are aware of it and they don't know what the fuck it is, but they just go along with it. That's how they fucked up in the prequels, because in the prequels they explained what the Force was. They said, this is what the Force is. It's bacteria. It stimulates the magic cells in your asshole or some such, and it gives you magic powers. And that's wrong. They shouldn't have done that. That's why everyone hates the prequel. Don't open doors for me. I was coming back from my lunch break one time, and this 50-year-old dude opened the door for me because I was holding a bag of food and a drink and my Nintendo Switch carrying case, and he opened the door for me when I came back from carrying all that shit. But I still had my pinky available. I had one pinky to open the door with, and I was experienced. I know how to open doors with just my pinky. But he opened the door. He didn't ask me if I wanted to open the door. He just opened, and he sat there expecting me to walk through the door. And in my head, I'm thinking, fuck, now I have to walk through this door because this asshole is just holding it open. And now that puts me in a bad position because now I'm the fucking asshole. If I tell you don't open the door for me, asshole, I can handle it myself. I'm 24, I'm in my prime. I should be opening the door for your fucking old ass. But he opened it, so I had to walk through. And of course, I didn't look at him or say anything because I will not be patronized by some old gaunt-faced looking ass motherfucker. But he said, you're welcome, when I walked through the door real fucking passive aggressively. Don't ever do that, asshole. Like, I owe you something because you thought I couldn't open a door. What the fuck is wrong with you? What a fucking asshole. I hate that. He got fired. Probably because of that. Don't fuck with me, dude. Don't ever open a door for me again in your fucking life, piece of shit. I don't like spicy food at all. Spicy food is not good. But I eat it all the time. I always eat jalapenos on everything every time I go to Subway. Anything that have jalapenos on it, I'll put jalapenos on it. And it's not because I like spicy food, because I hate spicy food. I always eat spicy food. And that's because the more spicy food you eat, the less spicy it tastes. That way, if I accidentally order a burrito and it's covered in habanero sauce, I'm covered. And that actually happened. And it wasn't that big a deal because I had been practicing with jalapenos. But spicy food in general, that doesn't make sense that you would like spicy food. I've never been eating something and thought, wow, this is good, but I wish that it fucking hurt me. That's just a stupid thing to think. You ever been playing a video game in a public place and some old person walks up to you and says, are you winning? I don't know, bitch. Are you winning? It's like if I walk up to you and you're reading a book and I ask you if you're fucking winning, asshole. You know, we don't play Pong anymore. Like, we're past that. Video games have narratives now. I'm experiencing something. Why are you asking me stupid ass questions? You're holding me hostage, asshole. What am I supposed to say to that? Are you winning? And I'm halfway through the fucking Pokemon or something. It's like, I have won. I will continue to win. But just asking me if I'm winning, that's an inappropriate question. You need to be asking me what my party composition is like. Don't bring your ignorant ass over to me and ask me if I'm winning like it's that fucking simple. Like, you know who the best Pokemon are. I like Ninetales. It's very simple. Simple design. Doesn't have to be complicated. People always, but it doesn't have to be uncomplicated either. People always talking shit about new Pokemon, like Garbotator, whatever the fuck his name is, that motherfucker who's made out of garbage. People talking shit about that as if that's the worst thing in the fucking universe. There's we're so unimaginative, we can only come up with this man who is actually made of garbage. But so what? Gen 1 had Ditto, and that's just like skeet. That's just some skeet that you would put on the ground. And then Magneton, that's actually just magnets. Like, pull your fucking head out of your ass. Stop being such a cocksucker. There's most Pokemon look fucking stupid. There's only a handful of good ones in all 800 or however many fucking there are now. Like, stop being such a bitch. Borderlands 3 came out not too long ago. I'm not gonna buy that shit though. It's just gonna be a bunch of microtransactions. As soon as I saw the advertisements for it, I knew I wasn't gonna buy that at launch because it had 3 editions. It was the regular edition, the deluxe edition, and the super deluxe edition. And it mentioned that some of the editions came with weapon skins. I thought that's a red flag because that means it's probably gonna be monetized to hell and back, and they're gonna come out with fucking expansions and shit at later points. So even if you shell out $100 for that super deluxe edition, there's no guarantee you're even getting all the shit that's coming with the game in the future. That's why I never buy games full price. I'm gonna wait until they come out with the super duper game of the year edition in 6 months, and I'm gonna buy that for $30, and I'm gonna get everything that you paid $150 for, because you're a fucking idiot. You're a sheep. You just buy whatever they fucking shovel into your mouth, you dumb piece of shit. That's why you're making America terrible. You're everything Trump hates. You're making America shit again. Does objective morality exist? No. How could you ask that question if it did? Doesn't make sense, does it? If it's objective, then you can't debate that. It's like asking, do we really need to breathe? I don't know, bitch. Stop and tell me what happens. You'll fucking die, stupid. But you can get philosophical about it if you want. I don't think it does. That's just goofy. Does gravity exist, bitch? I don't know. Why don't you walk off that cliff and tell me? Stupid. Thank you for tuning in to the Swagger Says Show. I've been Swag. I'll see you next time.